Hi, welcome to part 25 of my UIM. Right now, I am mining calcified rocks to get blessed bone shards on the way to 70 mining for Song of the Elves. We're trying to get all of our Song of the Elves requirements done, obviously, and we've most recently been working on 70 herb lore. But yeah, this is going to be our home for the next little bit. So yeah, I'll let you guys know the XP per hour and kind of how things are looking in a bit. But for now, I'm just gonna vibe and experience this grind. Alright, and here we are with 64 mining. Um, just some numbers really quick. I'm currently averaging around 19k XP per hour, so that's pretty good. Um, it's not, or it's not really good, but it's not terrible either. So I'm pretty happy with this XP rate. I also got a moon loop half of key in the last level up, so the way these work is they're Varlamore specific, they're not the normal crystal chest. You get these moon halves from skilling and the tooth halves from PVM. But there's not really any PVM I want to do on Varlamore yet. I don't think you can get the keys from the Nagwas. I'll have to check because that's where we're gonna be doing the rest of our melee training. So maybe we could go get one there. Um, but yeah, it looks like actually the Frost Nagwas drop them, so maybe we'll go try and get one from them. 65 mining! 66 mining! No way, I found my cousin here. That's really cool. And there is 67 mining. $68 mining. Nice. Alright, just planted my last quorum seed, so I'm gonna have to go to the farming guild and grab my next seed stack. We ended up getting 137 quorums out of those, so that is pretty nice. Well, actually we have this patch too, so we'll get a little bit more, but pretty nice. Alright, and after just a couple days here, we've already reached 70 mining, so that is another requirement knocked out for Song of the Elves. I was kind of actually enjoying it here, so I might come back eventually, but for now we are going to be moving on to the Colossal Agility course to continue stacking up our Blessed Bone Shards while also knocking out requirements for Song of the Elves, while also doing farm runs to get the herblore level for, yep, you guessed it, Song of the Elves. So I will see you at that agility course. Okay, I can make a clip going over some numbers now that it's not 4 a.m. We ended up getting 25k blessed bone shards from that mining grind. So that should pan out to being around 126,000 prayer experience, which should get us up to around 68 prayer. We need 70 in order to use PD, so we should hopefully be getting the rest of that from Varlamore Agility, which I will be showing you in a second. During the mining grind, we only got to finish off our Quorum stack, so we are now moving on to the Cadenthine stack. But that's about it. Okay, I am now coming to you live from the Colossal Worm Agility course. This course has two paths you could go on. One is like 40 something agility, and this one is 62 agility on this path right here. So I think it's pretty comparable to the Seer's agility course, and you also get passive prayer XP. It's not that many clicks per course, so it's pretty nice. And these termites you could turn into like amylase packs or a telly back here, which I'll be buying every time I do an herb run. But yeah, we're starting at 64 agility, and I will see you with some updates. 65 agility! Okay, it's time for my herb run, so I'm just gonna quickly run over here to Mr. Wormtongue over here to get a Colossal Worm Teleport Scroll. I've done this once before already, so I don't get the collection log pop up this time, but yeah, this will teleport us back here. So yeah, let's go do our farm run now. Okay, yep, and after our farm run, we could just teleport right back here. Which puts us right in front of Mr. Wormtongue, so we can run more laps. And there is 66 agility. And that is 67 agility coming in. Okay, and that's the end of the Cadentine seed stack, so we ended up getting 82 Cadentines plus whatever's in this herb pile right here, so probably gonna be around like 90 something, 93 herbs, so not as many as I would like since we have so many white berries, but also we'll take it. Nice. And would you look at that, we made it. 70 agility, which is what we were trying to do. We can now do the Song of the Elves part that requires 70 agility. So let me show that is crossed off of this list. Ta-da! All that's left is farming and herb lore, which we're getting pretty close. So let me go decide what I want to do next. Probably use up these bone shards, but yeah, I'll make another clip soon. Nice. Okay, I just finished planting my last Avanto, so now we can go over to the farming guild and see how much banked herb lore XP we have. I think it should be around like 68, so yeah, we'll go see. Okay, so for some reason my banked XP plugin isn't showing me how much XP we have in here like it was yesterday. So what we're going to do instead is just take out our snapegrass seeds and our renar seeds, and we're just going to go turn in these blessed bone shards for our prayer XP. It should be about 5 XP per, so should be I think like 150,000 XP for this stack about. And we're also going to go turn in these termites really quick, so I'll go see you at the anteater. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna get is the graceful set. Yeah, I think that should do it. Cool. So yeah, gonna spam the screen really quick with all these log slots, but this should let us buy another set of graceful to put in our house, so that will be good. The reason we want to do that is so that we can sell it back later for more amylase. And speaking of amylase, we will be spending the rest of our termites on that. So, cool. Okay, cool. Let's open up these. And it's going to be a while before we can make staminas. I think it's... oops. Let's go in here. Check it out. Staminas are, what, 70 something, right? Yeah, 77. So we are still quite a ways off being able to make these, but yeah, they're just going to be sitting in the bag until we make staminas, I guess. So, cool. A little recap on how to do this prayer training method. Since we did it when we did Perilous Moons, I won't fully show it all, but you basically just go here and buy wines, then take the bird to Rallis's Rise. And by Rallis's Rise, I mean the Tiamat, and then you just used it on this blessed altar, which turns these into blessed wines. Then you run over here to the northeast. Then you just sacrifice to the libation pool until you run out of prayer, at which point you go restore your prayer on that shrine over there, and you repeat the process. 66, prayer. I just clicked through it, but 67. Well, I clicked through it again, but there's 68, which I think is going to be the last level that we get from this. So I'm just going to finish using this off. Okay, I just finished taking out all of my stuff from Arno, and I checked the banked XP that we have, and I am pleased to announce that we have 70 herb lore within our inventory right now. We just need to collect a bunch of secondaries. So yeah, let's go collect some secondaries. Hey, guess what? 70 farming. That means that we only have one requirement left for Song of the Elves, and that is 70 herb lore, which we have in our inventory. Okay, so I've been spending a couple hours killing these hobgoblins now, and I am up to 68 limpwort roots just from picking up the 1 in 5 drop that they have, and they also drop limpwort seeds every once in a while, so I've been going and planting those. It is a little bit slow. I think it's on average like 1200 hobgoblin kills to get all the limpwort roots I need. But yeah, I might end up trying out the master farmers for a bit. I'm a bit worried about my inventory space, that I'm not gonna be able to hold all the seeds that I want to hold. But yeah, I'm gonna go test it out anyway, just to go see what it's like after this inventory. So maybe I'll make a clip about that. If not, then master farmers sucked. Well, I just clicked this level again, but there is 64 thieving, and I think I'm going to go back to the hobgoblins because so far we've only got a small handful of seeds that we could even want to use, and it's already been an hour, and my hand is already hurting, and I hate master farmers, and yeah. I think I'm just gonna go kill hobgoblins after this inventory, so don't judge me. Okay, so we now have matched up our limpwort stack, which are with our quorum stack, so no more killing hobgoblins. It only took us 1,034 hobgoblins to do all that, and I think I started with like 200 kills, so it was only like 800 actually. Um, and I think the next thing we're gonna do is just plant the rest of these Renar seeds, and that way we can hopefully have a surplus over 70 herb lore, and then we won't need to use up these herbs that we're kind of saving for later, because if I process these now, then we're just going to be wasting a bunch of inventory space holding on to like super defenses and super energies and anti-fires and whatever. So I'm gonna try to just consolidate all of the herb lore down to just the Renars, Quarms, and Irits. But yeah, we may need to bust into either the Aventos or the Cadentines. But yeah, we will see. It is time to plant Renars now. Alright, and here we are a few days later, finally turning in our last Renar seed. I was able to finish one farming contract as well, so I was able to get more snapecrass seeds and a few limpwort seeds too. So I got some more of those stacked up, and I think we are just about ready to go make some potions now. So yeah, um, these are our spoils. We got 203 Renars from that session, plus the 162 in the bag. So we should have plenty of snape grass for all of that, and we should hopefully be able to get to 70 just off of the Irits, Quarms, and Renars, so we could save these other potions for later down the line. But we will see what happens. Let's go make some potions now. Okay, here we are back at my favorite bank booth. So what we need for this is our teleportation methods. Oh, let me unlock it first. We need our teleportation methods. You might as well hold on to the Tome of Fire. We will need our money, and we will need our secondary of choice, and our herb of choice, and I'm conflicted on whether I want to bring the rune pouch along or not. But we have an odd number of inventory spaces right now, so I think it will work out if we do. So, but we're gonna actually have these two. Okay, we're just gonna leave our inventory like this for now and see if we should get the rune pouch or not, so that we don't mess it up. But yeah, let's head over to Narda so we could clean these and get them turned into unfinished potions. Okay, Light, first we actually have to clean all of these herbs. What we're gonna do is come here to the gnome stronghold and know all our herbs and clean them. Um, and bring them down here to Mr. Tool Leprechaun, which is right here next to the bank. There is a leprechaun that is closer to a bank in the farming guild, but I don't have access to the highest tier yet, so this is kind of just the first leprechaun that came to my mind on top of the head. I'm not sure if this is the closest one to a bank besides the farming guild one, but it works. Okay, so apparently you need to finish the Desert Hard Diary in order to make unfinished potions here, so yeah, we're gonna have to go make all of these potions manually now. So yeah, that's fun. Alright, I will quickly go over how to make potions on a UIM. So the first thing you want to do is fill up half your inventory space with anything. I used the grain that you could find right outside, or the wheat I guess, that you could find right outside of the grain exchange. Then you will want to fill up the other half of your inventory with vials of water. I already did a batch, so I need to go decant these instead, which for some reason you need to make some inventory space to do that, even if you're going down to 1 dose, so I'm just going to drop a few things. So yeah, now we have half our inventory space open, so we can now take out our renars and make our unfinished pots. And once that's done, then we just take out the snape grass on the banker and make those into real potions. And would you guess it, we are right back where we started with half an inventory of prayer pots ready to take out a half inventory of vials so that we could drop some vials, decant, and repeat the process. So yeah, I'll see you with some level ups. Alright, we have finished up our prayer pots, so now we're gonna go get our irits out. We're just gonna have to re-suicide to do that, so I will see you once I've done that. Alright, and luckily we're able to fit everything in one inventory, so we don't even need to go bag it. 68 Herbalor. Alright, and we just finished up with our irits, so we ended up with 1794 doses of super attack, and we will now be moving on to the quarms for super strengths. Nice. And after processing our quarms, we ended up with 696 doses of super strength. Okay, and then after getting through all of the cadentines, we have 435 doses, which really isn't a lot, but we should be getting more cadentines pretty soon from PVM. I was sort of hoping to get 70 off of that batch, but it looks like we're going to have to break into one of our other stacks. We need about 29k more XP, so let's go see what we have. Alright, after doing some thinking, I think I'm going to actually plant these snapdragons now, since we already have some super restores in the inventory. I think I'm just going to hold on to these Aventos until we have the level to make staminas, which I believe is at level 77. Yeah. So I don't think it really makes sense to use up an inventory space holding on to Grivey, Aventos, and Super Energies when we can't turn them into staminas yet. So I think I'm just gonna wait a couple days and do some more farming. So yeah. Alright, and according to my calculations, I need about 188 super restores to reach level 70. So, yeah, let's hope that this is enough to get us there. I don't even remember what I have planted right now. What is this? Renars! Oh, would you like that? Well, I have some snape grass too, so that's nice. I guess I need like 170 something then. Or probably like 180. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay? We'll see. Just hold your horses. Okay, and after a couple days, we have got up to 179 snapdragons, which should be enough to get up to 70 herblore. So let's go collect some red spider eggs now. Okay, so for our first batch of red spider's eggs, we're just going to come down here to Bryophyta's lair. We have the agility to get through this obstacle, so it's pretty easy to get over here. We're just gonna hop around and get half an inventory full, and then we will head to our house over in Relica to buy some sardines. Okay, now that I have my eggs, I just teleport over to my house in Relica, and I find the fishmonger, get some sardines, and with these we will be taking them to the Tower of Life, which is located at the Kandarin Monastery, right over here. And in the basement of there, we could fight Spidings to generate an infinite amount of noted red spider eggs. Okay, so after killing all the spiders, we should have our eggs, and we could go back to Relica to get 11 more sardines, so we could repeat the process. Okay, we now have enough red spider eggs to make all of our super restores, so we are now going to go kill ourselves in Minecraft so we could go get our stuff out of our looting bag and finish making our potions. Okay, I just finished making the super restores, and we ended up with 542 doses. Oh, yeah, 542 doses, and we are 1300 XP off 70 herb lore, so let me go make the rest of our Renar potions and pray that that is enough. Okay, the Renars barely weren't enough, so now I need to do an emergency farm run to hopefully get enough snapdragons here. Snapdragons, sorry. But yeah, I'm glad I planted another set of these, because I was thinking about just saving my seed, but whew, we should have barely enough here. Okay, well, it's finally happening. We are making our last batch of potions here, and in just a moment we will get 70 herb lore. This is all the requirements we need for Song of the Elves, believe it or not, on my UIM that I've never banked on ever in my life. I can do this quest now. I never thought I'd make it this far, so yeah, that's crazy. This episode is dragging on though, so we're going to end off there, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time with Song of the Elves.